He held her hand the way he always had. Not tightly, not loosely. Just enough to say, "I'm here. I'm not going anywhere." The hospital room smelled of medicine and silence. Machines whispered softly, counting moments neither of them wanted to hear. His daughter lay beside him, thin now, fragile in a way no child should ever be. Cancer had stolen her hair, her strength, and many of her smiles, but it had not taken her voice. "Papa," she whispered, her fingers curling around his. "Can we sing today?" His throat tightened. Singing had always been their thing. When she was little, he sang to help her sleep. When she was scared, he sang to make the world feel safer. And now she wanted to sing to fight the fear they both carried. He nodded, afraid that if he spoke, his voice would break. They chose a simple song. One they had sung 100 times before. No microphones, no stage, just a father and his daughter, holding hands against the storm. Her voice came first, soft, trembling, but brave. Each word felt like a small victory over the pain she lived with every day. Then he joined in, his voice deeper, steady, trying to be strong enough for both of them. Nurses stopped walking. Doctors paused at the door. Even the machines seemed quieter, as if the room itself was listening. She leaned her head against his shoulder halfway through the song. He felt how light she had become. Too light. His mind flooded with memories. Her first day of school, holding his finger the same way she held his hand now. Her laughter in the rain. The way she used to run toward him yelling, "Papa," like the world had no pain in it. And now he sang like every note was a prayer. Her voice wavered near the end. He squeezed her hand gently. "I've got you," he whispered between lyrics. She smiled, a tired smile, but a real one. When the song ended, the room was silent. Not because no one felt anything, but because everyone felt too much. A nurse wiped her eyes. A doctor looked away, pretending to check a chart. Someone in the hallway was crying openly. The father pressed his forehead against his daughter's. "You were perfect," he said. She shook her head slightly. "No, Papa, we were." That duet wasn't just a song. It was love refusing to give up. It was a father saying, "I'll carry your pain with you." It was a daughter saying, "I'm not afraid because you're here." Later that night, when she fell asleep with his hand still in hers, he stayed awake. He listened to her breathing like it was the most precious music in the world. He knew he couldn't fight cancer for her. But he could fight fear. He could fight loneliness. He could fight silence. And he did. With every song, every whispered, "I love you." Every moment he refused to let go of her hand. Some battles aren't won with medicine. They're won with love so powerful that even pain pauses to listen. And that night, in a quiet hospital room, a father and his daughter reminded everyone of something important. That night, he didn't sleep. He counted her breaths, like they were fragile promises. Her hand was still in his. Warm, small, trusting. At dawn, she opened her eyes and smiled. "Papa, did you hear it?" He leaned closer. "Hear what, my angel?" "Our song," she whispered. "It's still playing." Tears filled his eyes, but he smiled anyway. "Yes," he said, "I hear it everywhere." She squeezed his hand. Not hard, just enough to say, "Don't be afraid." Then she closed her eyes again. The machines kept moving, but her chest did not. The room went quiet, too quiet. A father's heart broke in a way no sound could describe, but he didn't let go of her hand. Not when the doctors came. Not when the nurses cried. Not even when the world told him she was gone. Because love doesn't end when breathing stops. Weeks later, he stood alone on a small stage. A microphone waited, hands shaking. He began to sing the same song, their song. Halfway through, his voice cracked, but then, somehow, it felt like another voice joined him. Soft, familiar, brave. And for a moment, he wasn't alone. Somewhere beyond pain, beyond cancer, beyond goodbye, a daughter was still holding her father's hand.